Milan, Italy. In a resounding affirmation of decades-long dominance, the United States national para-ice hockey team clinched its fifth consecutive Paralympic gold medal on Sunday at the 2026 Winter Paralympics in Milano Cortina, defeating arch-rival Canada 6-2 in a thrilling gold medal game. The victory, a 6-2 rout of a determined but ultimately outpaced Canadian squad, marked the continuation of a dynasty unmatched in the history of para-ice hockey and underlined the U.S. program's sustained excellence on the world's biggest stage for adaptive winter sport. A storied rivalry renewed. Canada versus the United States has long been the marquee matchup in ice hockey, whether on the Olympic rink or the sled hockey boards. The para version of the sport, also known as sled hockey, has produced some of the fiercest, most compelling rivalries over the last several Paralympic cycles. Since para-ice hockey was introduced to the Paralympic Winter Games in 1994, only a handful of nations have reached the top step of the podium, but none more consistently than the United States. Canada, traditionally the closest challenger, finished with silver for the third straight Paralympics. The road to gold. USA's path in Milano Cortina. At the Milano Santa Giulia Ice Hockey Arena in Milan, the U.S. team was composed of seasoned veterans, rising stars, and strategic depth honed through years of competition. The squad entered the tournament with the pressure of maintaining its status as the world's best, a challenge they embraced with poise and intensity. Semi-final dominance. Earlier in the tournament, the Americans showcased their offensive and defensive strength with a commanding 6-1 semi-final win over Czechia. Superstar forward Declan Farmer was a standout, heaping goals and assists throughout the run and cementing his status as one of the sport's all-time greats. This semi-final triumph highlighted the tactical balance of the U.S. squad. Relentless pressure in the offensive zone, disciplined puck movement, and a defense that allowed few scoring chances, traits that would be key again in the gold medal match. Gold medal game, a statement performance. On Sunday, March 15, the stage was set for yet another chapter in the U.S.-Canada sled hockey saga. From the opening puck drop, the pace was frenetic. The U.S. struck early and often, demonstrating a blend of experience, cohesion, and opportunistic scoring that Canada struggled to match. Jack Wallace. Hat-trick hero. Right-wing Jack Wallace stole the spotlight with a remarkable performance, scoring 3 goals en route to a hat-trick, central to the American offensive outburst and a pivotal difference in the final score. Wallace's performance wasn't just about finishing chances, he showcased excellent positioning, creative playmaking, and an uncanny ability to be in the right place at the right moment. Team contributions across the ice. While Wallace led the scoring, the victory was very much a team accomplishment. Declan Farmer contributed with speed, vision, and key plays throughout the tournament, adding another layer of offensive firepower alongside Wallace. Caden Beasley and Brodie Roybal, 2 forwards with complementary styles, created space, pressured the Canadian defense relentlessly, and drew penalties at key moments. On the blue line, defensemen and forwards tracked back to support their goaltender, limiting Canada's quality scoring opportunities and forcing turnovers. This collective effort reflected not just individual talent but a system built for sustained success, one that prioritizes puck control, strategic positioning, and disciplined execution. Canada. Silver medal and continued excellence. For Canada, the silver medal, while disappointing compared to gold, remains a testament to the team's unwavering competitiveness and resilience in para-ice hockey. Canada earned its place in the title game thanks to strong play throughout the tournament and a deep roster featuring leaders and impact performers from coast to coast. Players like Oren Halbert, Matthew Liliev, Sean Burnett, and Mika Kovacevic brought tenacity, skill, and heart to their team's effort. Despite being outscored in the final, Canada's journey through the games, including victories over top-ranked opponents and skillful offensive plays, earned them silver and solidified their position as the U.S.'s chief rival in sled hockey. Historic sweep in hockey, Olympic and Paralympic glory. The U.S. performance in Milano Cortina was historic not just for sled hockey, but for ice hockey as a whole. Earlier in the 2026 Winter Olympic Games, the U.S. men's and women's ice hockey teams both defeated Canada in memorable finals, the women in a dramatic matchup and the men in overtime. These victories, when paired with the Paralympic final, created an unprecedented sweep of all 3 major hockey titles over Canada in the same Winter Games: Olympic men's, Olympic women's, and Paralympic sled hockey. This trifecta is unparalleled in modern international hockey history and highlights the depth of American success across all forms of the sport. Understanding para-ice hockey, the sport and its athletes. Para-ice hockey, formerly known as sled hockey, adapts the fast-paced, intense action of traditional ice hockey for athletes with lower body impairments. Players sit on specially designed sleds and use two sticks for both propulsion and puck control, making the sport not only physically demanding but also highly tactical. Technique and tactics. Success in para-ice hockey hinges on upper body strength and stamina. Players must propel themselves, handle the puck, and engage in contact with limited leverage. Team coordination, puck movement, cycling in the offensive zone, and coordinated forechecking are essential to create scoring chances. Goaltending excellence. With smaller nets and rapid transitions, goaltenders must display reflexes, anticipation, and resilience under sustained pressure. Teams like the US have mastered these elements, combining disciplined defense, creative offense, and adaptive strategies that leverage the unique capacities of elite athletes. Profiles in leadership and performance. Declan Farmer, a generational talent. From Tampa, Florida, Declan Farmer has become one of the most prolific scorers in Paralympic history, excelling in multiple games and showcasing a rare blend of agility, sharp shooting, and strategic awareness. His contributions this tournament, from clutch goals to setting up teammates, helped maintain U.S. momentum and reinforce why he's widely regarded as one of the sport's greatest athletes. Jack Wallace, rising star. Wallace's hat trick in the final wasn't just a great performance, it was a statement. A crucial piece of the current U.S. roster, he has emerged as a difference maker in high-stakes games. His ability to find seams in Canada's defense, finish opportunities with precision, and elevate his game on the sport's biggest stage was central to the U.S. gold medal. Canada's core contributors. For Canada, players such as Oren Halbert and Mika Kovacevic provided leadership, scoring ability, and competitive fire throughout the tournament, reinforcing Canada's reputation as a consistent podium contender. Despite finishing second, their contributions showed that Canada's sled hockey program remains one of the world's strongest, poised for continued success and future challenges. Legacy and what comes next. The U.S.'s fifth consecutive Paralympic gold in para-ice hockey is more than a tally of medals, it's a legacy built on generations of athletes, evolving coaching philosophies, deep talent pools, and a culture of excellence. Looking forward, the sport continues to grow globally, with teams like China and Czechia making strides and closing competitive gaps. The overall Paralympic movement also saw new records for participation, female representation, and fan engagement in Milano Cortina. As the world turns its eyes to future competitions, including the 2030 Winter Paralympics in the French Alps, the stage is set for both the continuation of American excellence and the rise of new challengers eager to dethrone the reigning champions. Conclusion. In a climactic performance that resonated far beyond the ice, the United States para-ice hockey team wrote another historic chapter at the 2026 Winter Paralympics, defeating Canada 6-2 to secure an unprecedented fifth straight gold medal in the sport. From commanding team play and standout individual efforts to the broader narrative of dominance and rivalry, this victory highlighted the strategic brilliance and athletic excellence that define elite para-ice hockey. In the annals of Paralympic sport, this chapter will stand as a testament to endurance, teamwork, and competitive spirit.